Upon that night, when fairies, licht on castles down and dance, or o'er the lays and splendid blaze, on sprichtly coursers prance, or for Culzean the route is ta'en, aneath the moon's pale beams, there up the cove to stray and rove among the rocks and streams, to sport that nicht among the bonny winding banks, where Doon runs wimpling clear, where Bruce once ruled the martial ranks and shook the Carrick spear. Some merry, friendly country folks together did convene to burn their nuts and pour their stokes and haud their Halloween fu blithe that night. The lassies, feet and cleanly neat, mair brawn or when they're fine, their faces blithe, fu sweetly, kite hearts warm and leal and kine. The lads say trig wi' wooer barbs, we'll note on their garden, some unca bleat, and some wi' garbs gar lassies' hearts gang startin' whiles fast at night. But first and foremost, through the kale their stokes may not be sochtains. They steep their een and grape and grain for muckleanes and strochtains. Peer Haverhill wool fell off the drift and wandered through the bow kale and put, for want of a better shift, a runt was like a sow's tail, say, about that night. Then, stroke their crooked, yard their name, they roar and cry, oh trouder, the very wee things toddling, run their stokes out of their shudder, and give the custard sweet or sour, with joke to legs they taste them. Sign cosily, upon the door, we can't take care they've placed them to lie that night. The lassies staw from among them all to pour their stokes of corn, but Rob slips out and jinks a boot a hint the muckle thorn. He grip it nearly hard and fast. Oh, loud skirl all the lassies, but her tap pickle maist was lost with Cutland in the foss house with him that night. The old guidwives wheel hoored at nuts are round and round divided, and mony lads and lassies' fates are there that night decided. Some kinnel coothie side by side and burn together trimly. Some start awa with saucy pride and jump out o'er the chimley fu high that night. Jean slips in twa with ta'en to ye. What was she wouldn't tell? But this is Jock, and this is me, she says unto herself. He blazed o'er her, and she o'er him as they would never near pairt, till fuff he started up the lum, and Jean had een a sair heart to see it that night. Peer Wally, with the bow kale run, was brunt with Primsy Mailey, and Mary, they took the drunt to be compared with Millie. Mail's knit lap out with pride for fling, and her ain fit to brunt it, while Wally lap and swear betimed 'twas just the way he wanted to be that night. Nell had the foss house in her mind. She puts her sail and robin, and loving blees they sweetly join, the white and ash they're sobbing. Nell's heart was dancing at the view. She whispered Rob to look for it. Rob, Stownlands, preed her bonny moo. Fu cosy and look for it, unseen that night. But Mirren set ahind their backs, her thoughts, and Andra Bell. She leaves them gashing at her cracks and staw out by hersel. She throw the yard and Iris tax, and for the kiln she goes then, and darkling group it for the box, and in the blue clue throws then, richt feart that night, and out she went, and out she swat, at what she made nae joking, till something held within the pot. Good Lord, but she was quaking, but whether 'twas the Lord himsel, or whether 'twas a bouquet, or whether it was Andra Bell, she didna wait on token to speir that night. Wee Jeannie, to her granny says, will you give me granny? I'll eat my apple at the glass I got frae Uncle Johnny. Oh, she fuffed her pipe and sickle-lunt, and wrath she was sae vapouring, she noticed no, an aisle brunt and braw new worsted apron out through that night. You little skelpy limmer's face, I dare you try six sporting and seek the filthy phony place for him to spend your fortune. I doot know you may get a sicht. Great cause you hae feared, for mony a yin had stayed a fricht, and lived and died to lear it on sic a night. I hearst, afore the share a muir, I minds wheels you stream, I was a gilpie then, I'm sure I wasn't past 15. The summer had been cold and wet, and stuff was unca green, but aye the ranting curn we got, and just at Halloween it fell that night. Our stibble rig was Rab McGreen, a clever sturdy fella. His son got Eppie Sim wi Wayne that lived near Achmacalla. He got hemp seed, I mind it well, and he made unca licht it, but many days was by his sale. He got say unky fricht it that very night. Then up got fechten Jamie Fleck, and he swore by his conscience that he could saw hemp seed a peck, for it was all but nonsense. The old good man rocked down the pork, and out a horn for geese him, saying bade him steal from among the folk sometime when nae sees him, and try it that night. Well, he marched out through among the stacks, though he was something stirring. The grape, he for a heart attacks and hurls at his cupping, and every now and then he says, Hemp seed, I saw thee, and heard that it's to be my lass. Come after me, and draw me as fast this night. He whistled up Lord Lennox merch to keep his spirits cheery, although his skin began to ache. He was sae flight and eerie, till presently he hears a squeak inside it, until he by the shooter gies a kick and tumbled with a wintle out here that night. He gies a horrid murder shout, and dread for desperation, and yin and all come running out to hear the sad narration. He swore 'twas Hilch Jean McCraw, or Crouchy Murrin Humphrey till stop. She trots and throw them all, and what was it? Big Grumpy, a steer that night. Meg, fain went to the barn again to win 3 weeks of Nathan, but for to meet the deal her lane, she part but little faith in. She's the herd a pickle nuts and 2 red cheeky apples to watch, while for the barn she sets and hopes to see 10 couples that very night. She turned the key with canny thraw, and o'er the threshold ventures, but first and sorry, gies a caw, sign boldly in she enters, a rattle up the wall, and she cried, Lord preserve her, and ran through midden hole and all, and prayed with zeal and fervour fu fast that night. Oh, the hoy took well with sair advice. They hecht him some fine broy. It chanced the stack he fad him thrice was timmer propped for throwing. He took a swirly old moss oak for some black gruesome carlin, and look a once and drew a stroke till skin and blipes come hurling off sneeves that night. I wantin' what a leasy was, as canty as a kittlin, but oh, that night among the winds she got dread for setting. She through the cairns and by the winds and o'er the hill gaed screeving, where 3 lairds' lands met at a burn, to dip her left sark sleeve in, was bout that night. Whiles Ower a linn the burnie plays is through the glen at Wimple. Whiles round a rocky score it strays. Whiles in a wheel at Dimple. Whiles glisten to the nichtly rays with bickern dance and dazzle. Whiles cook it underneath the braes, ablow the spreading hazel, unseen that night. Among the bracken, on the brae, between her and the moon, the deer, or else an outlaw kye, got up and gaed a croon. Peter nearly served me slap the hook. Near Laverick kicks she jump it, but missed her fit, and in a pool out of her. Lugs she plump it with a plunge that night. In order, in the clean hearthstone, the luggies 3 arrange it, and every time great care is taken to see them duly change it. Old Uncle John, when Wadlock's Joyce and Mar's ear did desire, because he get the tomb dish thrice, he heaved them in the fire and the wrath that night. Ah, wi' merry sangs and friendly cracks, a what they didn't weary, and unca tales and funny jokes. Their sports were cheap and cheery till butter sounds, with fragrant lint set o' their garbs a steering. Syne, with a social glass of strunt, they parted off careering, fu blithe that night. Thank you, gentlemen.